Hey, welcome back to Coin Mojo. I got some new material here for you. All right, I did a random Friday hunt. I had some business to do on the east side of town. I took 2,000 with me, and I stopped at multiple banks, picking up whatever I can. Lately, I've been searching dollar bills for star notes and fancy serial numbers. I'm always looking for the latest quarters. This is Roosevelt. The first ones I've gotten so far. I got four rolls of those. 500 in customer rolled quarters, $40 in Ikes from one bank, and then 25, 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, 175 in Ikes from another. And these have very defined details on them, all in very good shape. They didn't have any wrappers. I can have hardly find a bank that has wrappers like that. And then another bank produced a bunch of turn-ins of the government-sponsored wrapped rolls. When they were putting out the dollar rolls early in the game, they were forcing banks to take thousands of dollars worth of these, and people were buying them and just putting them away. So some of these are, 5, 10, 15 years old, possibly 20, and then they ultimately cash them in. And there really isn't anything there. But when I walk in and I ask for dollar coins, I don't get picky. I just take whatever they got, and then I will turn them in for them because they're happy to sell them to me, and I want to maintain that relationship. Every time I go into a bank, I take rolls and loose stuff. So here are lots of halves and dollar coins that were loose in the teller tray. You never know what you're going to find there. Here is random $50 wrapped rolls, customer wrap. This one, ironically, says silver, but in some people's mind, if it looks like silver, it's silver. Case in point, these from the same pickup. Let's see, one of these said silver on it. But they're not silver. They never made silver Susan B. Anthony's. So those are not silver. But I opened that roll, and it's 79 Ps. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of those are in mint condition, and they're the wide rims. And then, of course, random. So I'll be looking for the Wounded Eagles for through the rest of these. I'll tell you what, I'd much rather get that than this. I don't really care for this, but it's kind of like a service that I provide to the tellers for doing this for me. As a matter of fact, the story here is since my medical emergency back in November of last year, 2022, this bank was one of my regular stops. I went there every week, and this was the first time I'd been there in months. And when I walked in, her eyes lit up, and she goes, "Oh my God, I got something for you. Somebody just dropped these off 3 days ago. And the first thing we thought of when we got them was you." And so, bada bing, bada boom, I got them. And so it pays to do your rounds. And that's what today was. It was just a random cold calling banks that I used to search when I lived on the east side of Michigan. So here we go. This is a preview of what I'll be searching. And I will come back and do a follow-up, or not a follow-up, but a wrap-up to show you what I got out of here, what I deem that is collectible. For instance, this $2 bill is a star note. And I kind of thumbed through them real quick. Obviously, I didn't search all these. There's over 1,000 in singles there. Out of all the twos I got, that's the only star note. But that's the kind of thing I'm looking for. And I'll bring you back in when I find something. Well, not when I find something cool. I will bring you back in after I go through this and do a wrap-up. Okay, we're back. It's a little over 24 hours later, and actually it's 48 hours. It took me a while to go through all that stuff over the course of the weekend while I worked around the house. A little over $2,000 in dollar bills, $2 coins, dollar coins, quarters. I had 500 in quarters, and miscellaneous teller tray finds. This was just going around for the Friday afternoon, going bank to bank and asking for coins on my daily routine or running errands on Friday. It consumed most of my morning and afternoon, but I got back in time for dinner. And so the rest of the weekend, like I said, spent processing all of those coins. I believe I had a couple, maybe 150 and half dollars. I had about $1,000 in dollar coins. I picked up, I think, $200, maybe 150 in Ikes altogether. And these 4 Ikes, so I want to show you these. I made a listing on eBay, so these are listed right now on eBay. And it's a set of 4 1776 bicentennials. And this is type 1 and type 2. I might have that backwards. The Philadelphia Mint one, they only made about 4 million of them, so they have a higher premium on it. I think it's like worth $8 in the MS63. And the Denver Minted one is $5, and then the other ones in this condition are $5. So the thing I wanted to show you is the condition, and you can see that these are shiny, sparkly. So those are listed as high grade. Is the way I listed them. Okay, and then on the quarters, I didn't find any West Points, no silver. I did get a lot of nice ones that I'm going to keep. So out of the America the Beautiful series, the ones that the West Point Mint appears on, I kept some of their counterparts from the Denver and Philadelphia Mint in nice condition. I'm surprised to find coins in this condition 4 years out, right? Quarters gets worn and used so much, but the rolls that I purchased were customer wrapped, and so these are probably just sitting in somebody's coin jar since they first received them in 2020 even. And so those will be looked at and compared to. I mentioned that I did finally get some of the Eleanor Roosevelt coins, and an unusual thing is that these are coming from the Denver Mint, and the two loose ones that I did find in those customer wrap rolls are also Denver minted, which is surprising. You know, we work off the Philadelphia Mint system here, so it's funny how I often get the Denver minted coins, the newer coins, here in Michigan before I do get Philadelphia coins. So I haven't received a Philadelphia minted Eleanor Roosevelt yet. And so these, the previous, the Edith Kanaka Ole are Philadelphia minted, so that's unusual. The Wilma Mankiller from 2022, the Edith Mankiller from 2022 has a die chip in the hairline. So I pulled that one. I find a few of these. This one's a pretty significant one, though. Sometimes it's smaller, sometimes it's bigger. And I usually find, it seems like I'm finding here in Michigan, the die clash. I found about 10 of them so far in the last year. And again, these are just in better condition. This is the first coin in 2021. And then here's a, this is actually, I'm going to set that down because it's better if I just zoom on it. So there's a die chip on the end of the cross. This isn't a West Point. So it's the end of the cross. And I believe it's a Philadelphia minute, right? So that's a pretty good coin. I'm not sure if they're selling very well on eBay, but I'm not finding them as much anymore. I found maybe 5 or 6 of these in the course of my hunt. This is the first one I found in probably 6 months like that. So getting hard to come by. And then as far as the half dollars, I only pulled one, 40% or out of, I think, $140 I might have pulled. And then this guy gets me every time. These are thoroughly ingrained into the Michigan system. And I don't like to use names or anything, but I think clown is appropriate. The clown that's doing this is really ruining the hobby and messing up machines. This coin will not go through the coin counting machine. It'll get rejected every time. We'll probably jam the machine. Then I got to bother the tellers to come out and unjam the machine. So I always pull those before I return my half dollars. I take these and roll them up and deposit them separately as a deposit, not run through the machines, or I'll spend them at the gas station. And it makes me feel bad because, you know, some of the gas station attendants are young and they're like, oh, this is great. You know, Kennedy Half, I haven't seen one of these, and la la la. And I'm like, you don't want this one. It's you know, damaged. But I gotta get gas and I gotta move them, so I spend them at gas stations. The dollar coins, this 1980 San Francisco minted Susan B. Anthony, has a little bit of a premium. The Sequoia dollar and United States of America. I'm sorry. The Mohawk Mill Workers. The Mohawk Iron Workers is another nice design that I kind of, if it's in decent shape, I'll hang on to them. If I accumulate so much of these, I will end up throwing some of them back. I don't know what my plan is for them right now. I do know that they're a neat design, and I'm assuming that they are going to have some intrinsic value at some point. But I'm in a decluttering mode, so I got to be very discriminatory about what I end up saving. All right, let's take a look at the dollar bills and the star notes and see what we pulled. I bought like, I want to say about $1,100 in singles and $2 bills combined. So let's take a look at those. And these Eisenhowers, I didn't find any special ones. Like I said, the only thing I'm going to do is I'm listing these four on eBay. Go check out JDK Collectibles on eBay. Or I'll put a link at the bottom or in the comments in this video. These will get sold at the coin shows. Next one I go to, I got a guy there, generally gives me $1.15 a piece for these. So I think I got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. That's $30 profit just for buying them and taking them to the coin show. So I'm going to the show. I can pull in an extra 15, 30 bucks that I can use to buy merchandise or supplies. All right. Coming back at you in 1 minute. All right, let's take a look at the star notes. Again, this is out of $1,000, a little over $1,000, 10 straps plus a couple loose ones. Here's a decent star note, 00 at the beginning, added. This one is in pretty decent shape. I will probably try to sell these as a lot. Again, this is all from this weekend. There's nothing special with any of these. They're fairly circulated. This one's got 00, a pair of aces, a pair of 3s and 5s. So you could say that this is a low broken ladder, but it's, I don't know, I think it's kind of special. It's still probably $6 to $10. This one's pretty tattered. We have 9s, aces, and 3 zeros, so there's only 4 different unique digits on the higher end. It might have some value to it. This one's 0505 3296, so it's scattered, and it's pretty scattered and tattered. Still probably something where I can sell for a couple bucks. Again, I'm not selling them individually. I don't want to waste anybody's time selling a star note for $2. I'll be wasting my time. So I will, I got lost there. This one, again, pretty tattered. I already have one listing right now. I have a listing on eBay with 10 star notes of various Federal Reserves. And I have 10 for $19. That's not even 2 times face. So far, no bites on that one. I've had that listed for about 2 weeks. And then this one's in pretty decent shape. The only $2 star note that I got this week. This was only out of about, I think that was probably $100 worth of $2 bills all told from my weekend hunt. This one has 3 aces in it and a pair of 10s. Doesn't really mean anything, but it's in pretty decent shape. It's a 2021. Oh, 2003. Again, pretty crispy. So that's a pretty good find, I'd say. And then in regards to the balance of the dollar bills that I searched, I'm relatively new at the dollar searching, but there's money to be had. This one has 4 zeros in it. That's why I pulled it. This one has 2495, 3059. It's 3. Yeah, there's really nothing here. Why did I save this? Pair of 9s, pair of 5s. Pretty crispy. I don't know. I don't know what that is. 2001, 2069. Maybe this is could be a tombstone note, right? Born in 2001. So if you plan on dying in 2069, I got the bill for you. Slap that on your tombstone. 2353, 2323. So 235323. You know, random or every other number is a 3. There's a pair of 4 3s, 3 deuces, and a 5 in here. So is this a trinary? Yes, it's a trinary. So we have 0999, 4 9s in a row on this one. Ooh, 5 aces. Aces are supposed to be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 aces on this one. 5 in a row. That's a pretty good note. 3 2, 3 3, 6 3 3. There's 4 trays in this one. 4 4s in a row. And a pair of 5s in that number. This one's got a little bit of a teller stamp on it. 50, 57, 5770. So it's a trinary with trip 5s and trip 7s and a pair of 10s. This one is 55038005. So we have trip 0s, trip 5s. And it's quad, but it's pretty close. I pulled it. I set aside. I haven't decided what I want to do with it or what it's going to be worth. Pair of aces, 4 3s, quads. Here's 5 4s, not in a row, but 5 4s. This one is 5 zeros, and a little bit of that odometer thing going on here at the end. If that 7 is higher than the rest, both of them are actually kind of, like you can see, these are all nice on the level, and that last 7 is bounced up a little bit. That they call that a odometer note. And so there's 5 zeros from the pair of 7s. That's a trinary as well. 50, 50, 50. So trip 50s, 50, 50, 50, and a 43. So the 43 kind of blows this note, but it's kind of neat. I just put it aside. Trip 5s, well, actually 5 5s here. 5 5 5, 7 5, 6 5 2. 5 5s quad numbers. Here we go. This is sort of a ladder back and forth. So 2 4 3 5, 5 4 3 2. So it's 2 3 4 5. It's a ascending ladder here, and then almost descending here, except for the 4 and 3 are out of place. But it's still really not sure if this is a category, but it's 4 pairs. It's sort of like it's not really a radar, but it caught my eye. I pulled it aside. 5989 8955. So trip, trinary, 3 5s, 3 9s, and a pair of 8s. 7575. 7675 5665 trinary. 5 7 6, and it's a short ladder. 5 6 7. 019 0019 3. So we have double 9s, double aces, trip 0s, and 3. It's almost a trinary, but it's not. 4 5 8 8 8 188. Kind of neat. 8s are supposed to be a special number in the serial number collecting game. This one has 5 8s in it. This is actually the same run right here, 9988. So again, instead of the 8s at the end, I got the 9s at the end. So it's a pair of 9s with 4 8s. This one's actually, no, it's not a trinary, but it is 5 8s. This one is, so we got a pair of 5s, pair of 8s, and a pair of deuces. So it's 3 pairs and then a 39, which I guess that renders it pretty much, I don't know, worthless. But it's a pretty neat number, and maybe you can package it up with just a package of fancy serial numbers. Got to be able to pull some money out of this. So that's it for the dollars. That's it for my video. I hope you enjoyed. And this time, I didn't do so good. Found some neat notes, a couple star notes. Got a couple rolls of the new Eleanor Roosevelts. Maybe I can peddle some of those on eBay. The Eisenhower Dollars are a nice find. And like I said, I can turn that into a $30 profit. And I did get 1 silver half. So that's a 40%er. I think we're at $3.50 today for 40% silver. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you think this was interesting, let me know. If I missed something or if I said something wrong, let me know. Comment. Thanks for coming. See you next time. Coin Mojo out. Now, this is my partner site on eBay where you could find some of the coins that you've seen here, as well as other coins that I found during my coin roll hunting adventures. Check me out at JDK Collectibles. Also, I have a Facebook page called Coin Mojo Coin Roll Hunting, and if you want to share your stories or pictures, go there. Also, give me 4 clicks, hit that bell, hit that like button, and subscribe for more notifications. Also, comment and share. I don't get enough comments or shares. It would be really nice if you guys can give me some feedback on whether you like what I'm doing or not. Thanks for coming this time. Coin Mojo out. See you on the rebound.